double up. 3 or 4 times, I ain't telling no lies, I just run it up. Never let a hard time humble us. Double up. I ain't telling no lies, I just, yeah.
What it do, my good peoples? Welcome back to Secure the Bag Trading YouTube channel. It's your boy Chuck, aka the Gold Gorilla, and we come back for another weekly analysis on gold and Great Britain USD. And without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get started. All right. I want to personally apologize up front right now because we're probably gonna be doing a lot of back and forth between the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour, only because a lot of major structures were broke this week. Well, I'm sorry, this past week. So this week going forward, we're going to be seeing a new game plan with everything. So it's going to be a lot of back and forth. So let's get started. All right. First of all, we're going to start off with gold, and we're going to start with the previous analysis from last week, what we was trying to accomplish. All right. This is what we had up. I'm going to have to start off with the 4-hour here, and then we're going to jump to a higher time frame. All right, this is what we had planned. We was looking for gold to sell or to go into a buy after it broke this zone, which did not happen. The sale happened. We sold down. Didn't get all the way to this area here, 1931 I was looking for. We came up probably, like we came up about 100 pips short. So this kind of threw me for a loop for a minute, but we did get a retracement back up, which we was able to jump in a buy real quick and make some profit on that. And then it sold again. And then I noticed that this became a zone here. So from there, we was able to start taking profits. And then we bought again up to this zone again. And we came shy, another tricky area. We came shy about 80 pips from the next zone that was looking for a sale from. So overall, we got the sell and buy, but it was kind of short for some reason. The market makers was really playing to trick us out this previous week, but we still overcame. It's all about money management and being very patient and taking profits when you see the profits, and always put a stop loss at your entry once you are in profit, at least 40 to 50 pips. All right. Again, we came shy here, but we did eventually come down right before the market closed on Friday, and we touched the zone that we was looking to buy in. Now, overall, this was my buy zone. As you can see here, this was my buy zone here, but I'm not looking for buys anymore, only because I feel like this was so close that this has been completed. All right. And I'll show you what I'm showing here, what I'm trying to tell you here, right, real quick. So overall, I'm looking for sales now, but we still can't count this out, only because it still can happen. It came up a little short, but I think it's looking at this. I think this has been a completed trade setup. But that's why we're going to jump on the higher time frames and see what's going on from there. Right. So since we got some critical zone broken, I'm going to start over fresh, and I'm going to get everything set up with all new indicators. Be patient here. All right, we still want to see this happen possibly, so remove that. All right, jump on the daily. Yeah, so overall gold is looking like a sell now. Definitely see my zone still hitting here. As you can see across the board on a daily, that this is a very critical zone that we want to see touch. But now our dilemma is to find out, are we going to go into a buy or sell, which is the very tricky part right now. Let's jump on the weekly and see what we have. All right. I'll move that back down. All right, let's see the weekly here. Want to keep this trend line. Yeah, this weekly was very strong here, sell. So we could possibly get a small pullback on the beginning of the week, or we can get a drop and then a pullback. Now that I'm looking at it, so give a better picture here. So with the daily, I'm seeing for gold, this was overall my play here. I want to see gold come definitely to my zone I was looking to sell to. So I want to see gold come here to 1916, 1917 area. And we probably can get a possible rejection based just looking at this daily setup here. But how high we're going to take it, that's going to be the issue here. But we got to try to map this out real quick. As you can see, gold across the board was coming just, this rejection was coming back to this area 1944 when it did happen. 19. So overall, we can see gold come back up. If we do get a buy setup, we can see gold come back up to this zone at least. Look and see gold coming back to this area if it does buy. And then I still want to see it come back down to 1980 area. I'm gonna move that over. And the other thing could happen is we can get a sale, but this is going to be a tricky, very tricky one here. So you're going to need to wait till this close right below this. I usually would say the 4 hour, but only because the daily has closed, rejected, closed. We got a drop, rejection, close above this, drop, rejection, close above this. I probably want to see the daily close below this area. But if you want to be risky and try it, you can wait and see if the 4 hour close below it. I'm probably going to wait on the daily only because we had some major rejections. And also when we get areas like this, we most likely multiple rejections eventually it's going to break. But the way the market makers are playing right now, it's probably not going to do a break. They're probably going to let a lot of us get our pips down and immediately take them back. So I would definitely have my take profit here, you guys. And if you want to play a a sell stop below this, you can, but it's going to be very risky. And I would definitely have a take profit in here, probably midway, just in case. But if you see it looks very solid on a smaller time frame on a sell, you can immediately put a stop loss in entry to break even if you're watching the trade. But if you're not going to watch it, I would probably want to play this at all. Just play it safe. Take it to this zone, which is looking at probably, I think, about 100 pips here. 140, 135 pips, which is very well. So now we can scale down to the 4 hour. Let's get a little more deep into this here. So as you can see, this is the play I'm looking for on gold. Let's lock this in. All right. Yeah, so overall I'm biased on gold at this point. So make sure you get a screenshot of that. This is what I'm looking for on gold for the 4-hour time frame. Definitely a drop. Again, this is going to be a critical area that we need to look at, seeing what happens here. From here, you're going to decide. I'll definitely be taking my profits on this and waiting to see what happens. But the sell looks very nice from this zone. But what happens here is going to be the very tricky part, where we're going to have to play it safe and wait for the smaller time frames to give us our entries. All right, guys, that's what I have on gold. And again, of course, if this break, we're going to keep taking this thing down a little further, jump back on the daily one more time. You see we had a trend line that's going down through here. So we want to probably see get a little closer, but this probably would be the best zone to play as a take profit if this 1915 is broken and closed below it. All right, guys. Let's jump on to go forward. Let's get on to Great Britain USD. Sorry, it's taking a little longer than usual, but I just want to make sure you guys understand why we're coming up with this concept here. A little education today. All right, Great Britain USD played out wonderful. Yeah, it played out a little too well. I was a little nervous that it just did exactly what we needed once it broke here. Our play on Great Britain USD, as you can see, we wanted a sell or break above this zone. We got the sell. Was looking to buy in this area. It bought right back up to the trend line. The goal was for this to break. It did not break, so profits was taken here. We did jump in another buy because overall the market was showing bullish. The US dollar was weak. Great Britain was looking strong, but I don't know what happened. I still haven't found out what happened in the economic news that prevented gold from breaking this zone. All I can come up with right now is the market makers played their cards very well and they tricked everybody out. Once they got enough buyers in here, they immediately moved this market downward. So again, if you did play this on the buy, you already know that I briefed that if this zone was broken, that you probably want to take your loss here and look to take your sell, which we did. I'm still holding a buy. I actually took a sell stop with a bigger lot size, which made all the funds back that I was in a negative right here. So I am now positive overall. So I'm probably going to go just close out this buy, because what I see now is that Great Britain looks very bearish, only because it broke my major my major support, and it broke my trend line. I will show you here what I'm talking about. All right, let's jump on the daily. And we're going to clean this thing up a little bit now that we don't need all this. Majority moves have happened. We do not see this happening now. All right. This move has happened. It's happened. Delete that. That zone was broken. Still critical. So this is now our resistance. Was our major support, now our major resistance here. Daily. Let's jump on a weekly real quick. And I'll show you the trend line I was talking about. This is the trend line channel, the lower one that we broke and closed below it. We did not break it and reject. We closed below it. So that overall tells you now that the market is ready to sell below this area. And this was the upper trend line that we was going for, trying to get to, but we never made it there. So now you guys see overall exactly what I'm looking at here. Remember, I told you, you got to look at the bigger picture first, and then you can tell what we're doing from the lower time frame. So now you can tell exactly why we came up with this concept here. So now we can go ahead and scale down to the smaller time frame. And before I do that, this is a major area here. So we're looking to definitely hit here. So this is what we want to see on Great Britain. Only because it closed here, I want to see a rejection, because usually once Great Britain closed, the next day it goes the opposite direction. It's always like a pattern. So I want to see this come back up to this trend line we broke. And it could also come back up to this major support, now major resistance. So there's two plays here. Overall, you want to be very small. I won't go too big on my lot size here. If you're going to take the sell here, because we can still get this to push up to this area, and which is another 86 pips. So make sure if you sell at this zone, you keep that in mind, that it could still push back another 86 pips, which you're going to be in a drawdown. But this is a play I'm looking for here. Definitely going to come back and test this zone, because we see what happened here. But only because we have broken below the trend line channel, we want to see this continue down from my perspective, all the way down to my next major support. All right, now that's on a weekly time frame. Let's jump on a daily and get this cleaned up a little bit so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so this is what we're looking for on gold. I'm sorry, Great Britain USD. Gold is on my mind right now. And this is that lower channel trend line that's going through here. So again, this actually will be a perfect play to come back to this support that was broken, and trend line come here and then continue selling all the way down. This will be our first take profit around 1.2778 area, 800 area. And then you can look for a break, because you may get a small pullback, or you just, once you enter this trade up here, put a stop loss at your entry and let this thing just go all the way down. I think that's going to be the play for the next upcoming week. And then from there, we'll come up with a new layout on what Great Britain USD is doing. But again, as I said before, keep this in mind that we could come back up to this major support, now resistance area that was broken. So keep in mind that could play out. But overall, we're looking for sales on Great Britain USD. If you just want to jump in the sell now because your account can hold this pullback, by all means do that. And with a stop loss around this previous area. It's a big 200 something pip stop loss, but you want to play this. The best thing is late this pullback and get your entry between these two zones, a sell limit, or you can buy up to them and then do your sell from there. Overall, this is what I have for Great Britain USD. I hope you guys enjoyed this YouTube video today, and this help you out for next week. Again, get a screenshot of this. I'm gonna keep this on a daily because it's more of a daily plan for Great Britain USD. So no need to scale down to the 4 hour. But yes, this is what we have, and I wish you all the best of luck. Sorry the video is so long this week, but I just want to break down a little more detail. How do I come up with these concepts and not just give you guys a couple arrows and say this is what we're doing. It's very detailed work, a lot of years of training to get to this point. I know it looks simple, but it's not. But again, you guys, if you want more training, in this description, you will find information on my Telegram group. My website will be published soon, so you can get on there. You can contact me. Again, YouTube, my Instagram page is on there. You can keep in contact with me. If you want signals, you can jump on my Telegram VIP group. Again, contact me so you can get entered to that group. Prices are very cheap compared to other signal groups, but our signals are A1, all day long updates. Again, thank you for watching my video. I'll see you guys until next time. Have a blessed week. Chuck is out.